Lunchtime is over. It's time to get back to racing. We have Aquila Formula 1000 here for their second race of the day and the weekend. And in pole position after his victory in race 1, Andreas Gattebo. As we see the cars here. P1 Andreas and then second place Linus Stjärnelund. They commanded the race pretty well in their first one. Clear as day. Took the start. Andreas and Linus pulled out the gap, worked together. Linus had a little look on the last lap, but to no avail, so Andreas taking its 4th victory of the season. They were tied on victories coming into this race because they had 3 and 3. So let's see, as we now see the cars starting and the formation lap starting for race 2. So as the grid follows, as Andreas Gattebo in pole position with Linus Stjärnelund alongside him. Lionel Skår in P3 with Albin Gustafsson alongside. Kalle Svensson followed by Gustav Berglund, and then William Isaksson in P7. Jonathan Nylander in P8 and Jens Collin in P9. Max Stjärnelund in P10, Pete Norbeck in P11, Devon Grabko P12, Johan Varland in P13, and then Fredrik Lindholm P14 after a spin in the last corner. Lena Hessman in P15 and Mikael Karpers P16. William Eriksson P17 after a spin as well. Oskar Mellstig P18 and with the onboard camera, and he's going to have an exciting recovery drive, right?
Yes, that will be really exciting because he's normally one of the front runner. He had second place after the time session yesterday, and he had actually a belt coming off.
Okay.
So that's why he took the escape and then went into the pit lane to get his seat belt fastened again.
Oh, okay.
Because safety is the most important thing.
Yep.
But he will be interesting to follow now.
Yeah.
He's in a hurry.
Yeah. The neon green car, one to watch as he's starting from P18. And then the final row, Agnes Wahlan P19 and then Sigurd in P20.
And Sigurd had a gear shift mistake, so he exploded an engine. There was a lot of metal parts coming out everywhere.
A classic rookie mistake here in Aquila.
Yeah, so the mechanics has been a little bit busy, but it should be all good now. A new engine is in.
Yeah, we have a shift from 3rd to 4th on the straight here, the front straight, and unfortunately some rookie drivers especially tend to put in 2nd instead of 4th, and then we have 10,000 RPM instead of 7. So.
And it's a high revving engine, but not that high.
No. It's not a 2-stroke, so it won't be able to manage those type of revs. But they're back on the grid now, so we have full starting, 20 cars this time around as well.
In a sunny, beautiful arena here.
Yeah, it's hot and windy. Crosswinds from the side, so side draft might be powerful on the front straight. A little bit of a headwind / side wind on the into turn 5 AS corner. So we'll see. Not really a strong headwind on the front straight, so a little bit less slipstream this time around.
But the clever guys will then position their car a little bit to the left of the one in front of them to get a better tow.
Yep.
We'll see how many that thinks about that.
Yeah, I know. For me, it was Joel Granfors who learned me about the side draft after I was done by him on a side draft overtake. I didn't think that was a phenomenon before that, so.
But that's why we're here. It's to learn from the good ones, and there's a lot of experienced people in the paddock that are teaching our young drivers.
Yep. I know Kevin is, I know I am, I know Andreas is, and I know Jonathan Engström is on some weekends helping Gustav Berglund too, so we are a few with some experience. As we see the marshals.
I think they have maybe misplaced one car. No, it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah. So final cars forming up. We have green flag at the back, so we're ready to go racing. Race 2 for Aquila Formula 1000. 5-second board is up, so it's time to go racing. Cars revving. 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. Lights out and away we go. Andreas got the
very good start from the 2 on the front row.
Yeah, 4 left stationary. We have side by side with Pete Norbeck. William Isaksson on the side inside.
Look at the green car.
And Oscar Melstig making moves directly. William Isaksson on the inside of Gustav Berglund in turn 1. Andreas Skattebo getting challenged, but not quite enough. Lionel Score seems to be able to get past Linus Stjärnelund in turn 1. They're side by side into turn 2. Who will get out on top in that one?
Linus is back on
side
the
by
outside.
side still in turn 2.
Yes.
Turn 3. Turn 4.
And Linus has taken it back and he's directly behind
Yeah.
Skattebo.
Linus ahead. But Lionel close behind him. Will be able to make a move. William has gotten past Gustav Berglund. Gustav Berglund has dropped both Jonathan and William in the start. Pete Normark making a dive on Enzo Collin. Fredrik Lindholm right behind as well. And then we have Oscar Melstig. And now Lionel has gotten past Linus Stjärnelund, defending into turn 6. Side by side now in the hairpin. Linus Stjärnelund has the yield. And then we have Albin Gustafsson looking behind.
And Andreas likes that, because as they are fighting, he can open a gap.
Yep. And Fredrik Lindholm has gotten past Enzo Collin as well. So making a recovery drive from P14, and Oscar Melstig in behind Enzo Collin at the moment. And spin! Max Stjärnelund in the last corner. Spins on the gear shift down to second. Is he able to get going? Yes, he is, but no one collected him. And that wasn't Max. I think it was William Eriksson. No, it wasn't that either. Who was it? Selina Hestman it was.
And she has done so great racing these last race, where she actually also had a spin.
Devon Grabko side by side with who that is. That is... I think it's Mikael Karpers and him side by side in the gravel, kicking off. Lionel has pulled away from Linus Stjärnelund and is chasing after Andreas Skattebo. And then Pete Norbeck is being challenged by Fredrik Lindholm. Fredrik Lindholm is going to take the inside going into AS. Gustav Berglund gets past William Isaksson for P6. So now William Isaksson down to P7 and Jonathan Olander way bit behind. And then Gustav Berglund defending from William. But Andreas has not put away. Jason Collin makes a dive down the inside of Pete Norbeck in turn 6. And he's passed. Now it's Oscar Melstig looking at Pete. As we now see, Albin Gustafsson makes a move into the final corner of Linus Stjärnelund. But he doesn't quite stick it. He has the toe down the front straight now. Will be able to make a move in turn 1. So it's Andreas from Lionel, from Albin, and then from Linus and then Albin. Albin side by side with Linus now. Oscar Melstig makes a move on down the inside of Pete Norbeck. Can he get past?
Yes, he's passed.
He's side by side. No,
he lost it again.
Pete rounds it around the outside. As I can see Score jumping up and down in the paddock. And now Lionel, he's close now. He's caught up to Andreas Skattebo. Andreas is not running away with this one.
No, he's actually 2/10 quicker last lap.
Yeah. And then around the outside move from Albin Gustafsson, not quite stick on Linus Stjärnelund, but now he gets a switch back down into exit. Can he make anything? Can he make a move down to turn 6? Side by side with Oscar Melstig and Pete Norbeck, and Pete Norbeck has gotten past now by Oscar Melstig.
No, he hasn't given up. Oscar forgot to close the door.
Yeah, and then Pete gets on the inside, run on to the...
But now it's
a
Oscar
done
has
deal.
it.
Oscar is ahead. Lionel gets a run now on Andreas Skattebo on the front straight. He's caught up completely with him. Andreas will have to defend this time because Lionel is not going to work with him.
No, Lionel is aggressive. He wants to pass.
He's looking for his first ever career victory. Around the outside he goes, side by side into turn 1.
And that's good for the
And they back wheels into the braking zone.
Ooh.
But they were fine.
Yeah.
And Lionel loses a bit of traction going out the corner. So now Andreas has a bit of a gap again. I saw Andreas car moving a bit to the left in the braking zone. I think it was just a bit more than Lionel was expecting. And now Andreas has a little bit of a gap. Can he pull away? Doesn't seem like it. Lionel seems to still be on him. Yeah, he has the toe going into AS. And then we have someone off. Who is that is off? Rejoins the track. Gustav Berglund, it looks like, at a first glance. And he's lost positions now. Yes, that was Gustav Berglund. He's gone off in turn 4. Then it's William Isaksson being challenged by Fredrik Lindholm. Makes a move down inside, Fredrik does. And William has gotten passed by Fredrik. And now it's side by side between Albin and Linus Stjärnelund into turn 7. Can he convert that? No. Turn 8, turn 9. Andreas enters the final corner. But now he's pulled out a bit of a gap. They have to work together if they want to get up behind his gearbox again. Fredrik with William Isaksson right behind him, then Jonathan Lander, then Gustav.
And Oscar Melstig get a good exit out on the straight.
Yeah.
And slipstreaming.
And he gets boxed in by Jonathan and Enzo, but he goes 3 wide into turn 1. Oscar on the inside. Enzo also makes a move down the inside. Can he make anything stick? No. Fredrik is still ahead, and then William, and then Enzo. And
Oscar cleverly hold back there, so we didn't have an accident.
Yeah, and now Andreas has ran away with it. They need to work together if they want to catch up. It's a gap now to Andreas ahead.
And I think, yeah, we have an overtake there. It's Lionel Skår that got overtaken by Linus Stjernelund.
Yeah, but he gets back on the exit. And you know who's actually the fastest on track right now? It's Linus Stjernelund. And then Oscar Melstig is actually putting in faster lap times than Andreas is in front. Side by side into turn 7. Albin Gustafsson is past Linus Stjernelund, so he has to yield 2 positions. He was looking at P2 on Lionel, but dropped down to P4 instead. Andreas, then Lionel, then Albin, then Linus, and then Kalle Svensson, P5. The dark horse of this race. No one has talked about him, but he's been there all the time.
And Andreas is just smiling and looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, good, they are fighting.
And then we see Fredrik has made his way up to P6 from P14 on the grid. Oscar is up into P8 now, getting past Enzo Collin from P18 on the grid, so 10 positions up for Oscar. And because of the fighting last lap, Andreas was able to pull a clear 9/10 on that last lap. But it seems that Lionel has gotten his rhythm back again. And someone who's also gotten his rhythm back again is Fredrik Lindholm.
And Oscar just took William Isaksson.
Yeah. Side by side out of AS corner. Who will make it out on top? It looks like Oscar. Oscar is passed. Into turn 6. Will he be able to defend? Yes, he does. And then also Enzo Collin has a little look, but makes sure to think better of it. Linus Stjernelund kicking up a bit of gravel on the exit. Pushing hard, these guys are. Into the final corner, Andreas making a bit of a mistake. He went a bit wide on entry. Yeah, he's lost a lot of ground, it seems. At least half a second in last corner. Then Lionel Skår, and then Albin Gustafsson, and then Linus Stjernelund. Kalle Svensson, P5. Just sniffing behind them.
Kalle is just looking there, have a nice view, and in the end of the race he will maybe try something.
So fastest on the previous lap out of the top 5. Lionel Skår, 4/10 faster than Andreas Gattebo after their mistake in the final corner.
And we have Sigurd closing up to Johan Varland.
And I can see Lionel has definitely caught up. Not completely, but definitely a few tenths to Andreas Gattebo. And the person who made the fastest first sector of this session so far, Linus Stjernelund.
We have Grabko is fighting hard for his position and shifting position with Isaksson.
Yep. Isaksson defending off from Enzo Collin behind him, and then it's Jonathan Lander behind him. But Kalle Svensson just looking, but not close enough just yet. Let's see now the lap times when they cross the board. 16:4 from Andreas, 16:3 from Lionel, 16:3 from Albin, 16:3 from Linus, 16:2 from Kalle Svensson. So it's
and
close.
We have a 3 wide going into the
lock up from William Isaksson in turn 1.
Oh, but he lost the position.
Enzo, but it's side by side with Jonathan Lander still. They had a brilliant battle last race. It might turn into another one this race. So Lionel basically at the exact same pace as Andreas at this moment. Go down into turn 6. I see Linus is definitely he's making a move down into Albin. Late braking. Albin caught napping.
Get it a bit wide.
Yeah, they're side by side into turn 7. And now Kalle gets to catch up to P3. Can he involve himself?
Got that position.
Yeah, they yield still. Andreas from Lionel, and then it's Linus, and then it's Albin, and then it's Kalle Svensson right behind them, and then Fredrik, and then Oscar has caught up to Fredrik at this point. Last lap, Andreas Gattebo, 16-0. He's setting the pace now. Seems that his tires got into window. Oscar Mellstig, 16-2.
Oscar has taken 10 positions until now.
Yep. Pete Norbeck falling down in this race. I know he had some issues with the power of the engine last race. Might have gotten worse. Now we see Oscar Mellstig. He's making a move down into Eja's corner on Fredrik Lindholm. Fredrik Lindholm slots in behind. They want to catch up. No. Yes, he does. He slots in behind Oscar. He wants to catch up ahead. Oscar waving
Oscar's
forward.
Waving, yeah. Don't waste our time. Let's go forward.
Yep. And Fredrik seems to oblige. So now round the final bend. Andreas Gattebo in the lead with Lionel behind him.
And we have 2 minutes 30 seconds left. And 1 lap.
Yep. Andreas slower last lap, 16.380. Lionel 16.333. But Lionel and Andreas basically level on pace right now. As we see a move into turn 1. It's Max Stjärnelund defending from William Eriksson. No, he's made a move down the inside with Devin Grabko right behind. Pete Norbeck retiring. He's in the pits. I think, yeah, technical issue on his part. Unfortunately, I hear a spinner. It's Jonathan Nylander up in AS. Up in AS. He lost the car on entry. I saw that. And he's dropped down. Gustav Berglund now right behind him. So he's lost his grip on William Isaksson now. William Isaksson trying to chase down Enzo Collin for P8. Fredrik still keeping with Oscar Mellstig. The last lap. Same lap time once again. Only at 7 thousandths between them, Andreas and Lionel. But I know Oscar Mellstig right now, he's almost a second faster than Kalle ahead. So we might have a battle for P5 by the end of this race.
I think we roughly have 2 laps left.
Yes. Sounds about right. So this might be
Oh, and there's a move up there from
Linus Stjärnelund
and Albin Gustafsson.
Yeah, side by side out of AS. Defending in turn 6, Linus is. Can Albin make a move on the outside? He tries to. He brakes later, but decides to back out of it and take a switch back. Can he get the exit?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Albin Gustafsson and Linus Stjärnelund side by side into turn 7. Gustafsson yields. No, he doesn't. They're still side by side in turn 8. And then Albin Gustafsson goes down the inside in the last corner. Side by side in the last corner. Albin Gustafsson and Linus Stjärnelund. And Albin Gustafsson is past Linus Stjärnelund now. As we enter the final lap, it seems.
But there will be a slipstream, tremendous slipstream going down the straight now.
And now we have them side by side.
Linus is having the overhand here.
And now we have Kalle right behind them. Don't count him out of this one just yet. Side by side between them. Going into turn 1, who will be the bravest on the brakes? They're still side by side, Linus and Albin. As they exit first corner, going into turn 2. And we see smoke from Lionel's car. I saw some smoke. There's a trouble with Lionel. Lionel has a trouble. He has a problem. He's losing pace, losing ground. He's dropped down. On the final lap, Lionel in second position has trouble with his car. As now Albin Gustafsson goes around the outside of Linus Stjärnelund into Eje. Still side by side on the exit.
That is 5th corner there, side by side.
Yeah, but Linus Stjärnelund slots in ahead. Defense in turn 6. Can he make a move now? Around the outside, Albin Gustafsson goes. Can he make a switch back? Yes, he can. He has a run. He has a run. He's on the inside now, in turn 7. They're still side by side into turn 8. Can he make a move now into the last corner? Is it the last lap? No, Linus has learned from it. He needs to go on the outside and get a run if he wants to get into this P2.
And he will have a slipstream down to the start-finish line.
But it won't be enough. Andreas wins, and then Linus Stjernlund is P2, and then Albin Gustafsson P3. Kalle Svensson P4, Oskar Melsing P5, and Fredrik Lindholm P6.
It ended with a dramatic race.
A lot of drama, and then Enzo Collin P7, William Isaksson P8, Lionel Score, where is he? Has he parked the car somewhere? He had a trouble on the final lap of the race while in P2. Heart-wrenching stuff from the young man. As we see smoke also from Sigurd on his car on the rear. It looks like tire smoke, but he's stopping the car.
No, that is not tire smoke.
That is a boiled engine.
Wow.
But he managed to take the checkered flag, I think, for retiring.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
No, he didn't. This was his final lap. Unfortunate, as we see the car overheating.
Getting pulled in.
Yeah. So, as we see, also Lionel had to retire. He's stationary on the final lap while in P2. You have to feel sorry for him. That's a big shame.
That's a big shame. It's his first race, and he's actually doing great. The speed was there. He had a tremendous fight with Selina Hessman. But that's really sorry.
So, winner of this race, Andreas Gattebo, Linus Stjernlund in P2. Albin Gustafsson in P3, and then Kalle Svensson P4. Oskar Melstig in P5 with Fredrik Lindholm P6, both of them making a good recovery. Enzo Collin P7 and then William Isaksson P8. Jonathan Ölander P9 and then Gustav Berglund P10. Max Stjernlund P11. P12 William Eriksson and P13 Devon Grabko. P14 Johan Warland. P15 Selina Hessman. Mikael Karpers P16. Agnes Warland P17. Lionel Score having to retire on the final lap. And Sigurd the same. Pete Norberg had to retire a bit earlier. So there we have it. Race 2. We have another one to wait later in the day. So stay tuned.
That would be interesting. Now we have Oscar, because the last race is mixed from how many points you have scored during the weekend until now, and I can't count that in the head where they are starting the different parts. Andreas will start pole. I think Linus must be
P2, yeah.
P2. And then who is P3? I don't know yet.
And there might be a recovery there from Lionel. We'll see. Stay tuned. Join us later in the day, and we'll have another exciting race to show you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.